And these are live visuals now coming of Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Madurai and he is visiting the Thirupandrakundapuram Murugan Temple in Madurai for the first time. This is a very, very important visit to Madurai by the Prime Minister, coming just ahead of a couple of months when the elections will be announced and elections will be held in the important state of Tamil Nadu. The Prime Minister is on a day-long visit today to Tamil Nadu, and he is visiting this famous Murugan Temple in Madurai for the first time. You can see the Prime Minister's visuals there. He's entering the temple as I speak. On the red carpet inside the temple, the Prime Minister is there and visiting this historic and holy temple for the first time. I have my colleague Purnima Murli live with me from Madurai. Purnima, what is the significance of the Prime Minister's visit and how important is this particular visit, especially to this temple?
Well, you know, Thiruparukundram issue has been one of the narratives that the BJP has reiterated, especially in the run-up to the 2026 elections. This is where a petitioner had, in fact, requested for lighting of the Deepam at the Deepathoon, and the Madurai bench had directed the petitioner to light the lamp after the Tamil Nadu government had defied the order. But that did not happen, and the Tamil Nadu government did not allow the lamp to be lit at the Deepathoon. The BJP has so far maintained that the DMK is anti-Hindu and they do not want the Hindus to go ahead with their faith. That is something that the BJP had said. So Thiruparukundram visit by Prime Minister Narendra Modi is significant, and in the run-up to the 2026 elections, this is going to be significant. You can see scores of people gathering to get a glimpse of Prime Minister Narendra Modi here outside the Thiruparukundram temple. Back to you.
And Purnima, this visit coming at this particular time, you know, in a few days we could be having the Tamil Nadu elections being announced. Do you think this issue is going to dominate the elections? And Prime Minister's visit, is he throwing his weight behind the sentiments of those who want, you know, the Deepathoon to be lit at this particular site?
Absolutely. We'll have to wait and see whether Prime Minister will speak about the Thiruparukundram issue. Remember, after the temple visit, Prime Minister will be participating in the NDA public meeting that's scheduled to take place at 5 p.m. in Madurai, after which he leaves Madurai. So 5 to 6 p.m. is when the NDA public meeting is scheduled. Prime Minister, we'll have to wait and see what Prime Minister has to say to the voters of Tamil Nadu and primarily to the voters of Thiruparukundram and Madurai. Remember, BJP so far has said this certainly is going to have an impact on the 2026 elections, and also have time and again alleged that the DMK is anti-Hindu. So how much of an impact this will have, and whether Prime Minister will also speak about the Thiruparukundram issue and how the devotees were not allowed to light the Deepam at the Deepathoon despite the Madurai bench giving a go-ahead for that, whether that will be highlighted by the Prime Minister in the speech in a short while from now, we will know. But you can see here people gathered here to get a glimpse of Prime Minister, and Prime Minister is leaving the temple here, which is why you can find scores of people who are residents of Madurai are here waiting to get a glimpse of the Prime Minister. So this is the situation outside the Thiruparukundram temple.
And Purnima, you know, very interesting political developments have also been happening in Tamil Nadu. Just before this visit, you had the DMDK joining the DMK alliance. You also saw OPS joining the DMK alliance. So in a way, the DMK seems to be rallying various forces together. On the other hand, the BJP and the AIADMK do have an alliance, but you know, who's really the face? Will BJP be a part of the government? There are a lot of you know, ups and buts there. Also, Vijay being the X factor in this election. How do you see the politics being played out as the Prime Minister is making this visit to the very important center in Madurai?
Well, the sitting MLA in Thiruparukundram is the AIADMK MLA. The DMK is now trying to garner votes of the Devar community by inducting O. Paneerselvam, by also bringing in the DMDK. They are also trying to stitch together a grand alliance. DMDK initially was in talks with both the NDA as well as the DMK, but DMK managed to bring the DMDK on board. Prime Minister's speech will be significant because the NDA is also planning to make make inroads this time. And both the DMK and the NDA maintain that 2026 is a fight between the two Dravidian parties, and the NDA is confident that they will also be able to sweep elections. Prime Minister and other senior leaders of the BJP are going to aggressively campaign in Tamil Nadu, and this time around the BJP is hopeful that they will make inroads in Tamil Nadu elections. How much of an impact will Tirupurukundram issue have? All eyes on that, but you can see people here gathering to get a glimpse of Prime Minister while he's here in Madurai. But a lot of people have been gathering just to get a glimpse of Prime Minister. Yes, the NDA is planning to make inroads, and Tirupurukundram is certainly going to dominate the Tamil Nadu elections. How much of an impact will that have on the BJP and its alliance, the AIADMK? All eyes on that. By May, we will get answers to that.
And Purma, maybe you can speak to these supporters who have lined up to watch and see the Prime Minister. What do they have to say? Do you think this is the popularity of the Prime Minister also being reflected on the streets of Madurai today?
நீங்கலாம் வந்துட்டு பிரைம் மினிஸ்டர் பார்க்க வந்திருக்கீங்க. பிரைம் மினிஸ்டர்னால வந்துட்டு இங்க பிஜேபியால வின் பண்ண முடியுமா?
கண்டிப்பா வின் பண்ண முடியுங்க. அந்த அளவுக்கு மக்கள் நிறைய பிஜேபி நம்புறாங்க. இந்தியாவிலே நம்பர் 1, வேர்ல்டுலே நம்பர் 1 லீடரா பாரத பிரதமர் மோடி ஐயா அவர்கள் இருக்காங்க. அவங்க இருக்கிற வரைக்கும் இந்தியாவுக்கு எந்த ஒரு அச்சுறுத்தலும் யாராலும் எதுவும் பண்ண முடியாது. மீண்டும் மீண்டும் அவர் தான் ஆட்சிக்கு வருவார். தமிழ்நாட்டிலையும் பிஜேபி ஆட்சி வரணும் என மனதார வேண்டிக்கிறோம். வெற்றிவேல் முருகனின் சார்பாக வேண்டிக் கொள்கிறோம். வரும் தேர்தலில் பிஜேபி தான் கண்டிப்பாக வெற்றி பெறும்.
So people here say that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is one of the top leaders across the world, and yes, the Modi factor will play an important role in the 2026 elections, and they are hopeful that this time around the BJP will definitely make inroads. And the chorus here is that the Deepam will be lit at the Deepathoon. That's the chorus that you can hear from people, supporters of Prime Minister, supporters of BJP who've gathered here, saying that the Deepam will be lit at the Deepathoon, and Prime Minister and the BJP will definitely make inroads in Tamil Nadu is the sentiment that's coming in from these supporters who gathered here at 12 noon to wait patiently to get a glimpse of Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
Well, the supporters of Mr. Modi, they are saying that the Deepam will be lit at the Deepathoon. That is what the supporters of the BJP there in Madurai are saying. Very, very excited over the Prime Minister's visit to this historic temple, which has been in the news for almost the last 6 to 8 months. Purnima, also, would you see, I saw EPS also at the rally earlier where the Prime Minister was inaugurating a number of projects for Tamil Nadu, for Madurai. How do you see the EPS equation with the BJP? Do you think there are no problems there? And do you think that Mr. Modi will be able to work his magic, though as a junior partner in this alliance, because EPS is the leading partner, but still do you feel that all is well between the BJP and the AIADMK, given that Mr. Annamalai is also an X-factor in this election?
Well, all is well as far as the AIADMK BJP is concerned. Only the Congress and the DMK have issues here, facing roadblocks. But as far as the NDA alliance is concerned, both the AIADMK and the BJP are together. The alliance is very much intact. You can see both Edappadi Palaniswamy and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. They are confident that this time around the AIADMK-led NDA front will make inroads, and that confidence comes from people here. They are all residents of Madurai. They are all residents of Tirupurukundram. All of them are excited that Prime Minister is here, and Prime Minister has come for the first time to their place, and all of them are confident that this time the BJP and the AIADMK together will definitely win elections. That's the sentiment that you can see here. And once again, they are saying that the Deepam will be lit. In the Deepam வந்துட்டு தீபத்தூன்ல ஏத்தாம இருக்கிறது ஒரு பெரிய இஷ்யூவா இருக்குமா எலெக்ஷன்ல?
கண்டிப்பா இருக்கு மேடம், கண்டிப்பா இருக்கும். ஏன்னா அது பல நூற்றாண்டுகளாக தீபம் ஏத்தாம இருக்காங்க. இந்த தடவை இந்த எலெக்ஷன்ல வந்து கண்டிப்பா ஒரு மாற்றத்துக்காக மோடி வந்து பாரத பிரதமர் வர வந்திருக்காங்க. யாருமே இந்த மாதிரி பாரத பிரதமர் யாருமே வந்ததே கிடையாது. தடவை வந்தது எங்களுக்கு இந்த தொகுதி மக்களுக்கும் எங்கள் மதுரை மக்களுக்கும் எங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப மகிழ்ச்சியாக இருக்குது. கண்டிப்பாக தீபம் ஏற்றுறது.
So they are saying that they are excited that the Prime Minister has come here for the first time, and that now that the Prime Minister has come, they are confident that this year around the Deepam will be lit at the Deepathoon. But their only regret is that they were not able to get a closer glimpse of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. There are barricades here, heavy police presence. So that's what people here are telling us.
Okay, Purnima, now we have R. Rajagopalanji, the senior journalist, also joining us. Rajagopalanji, the big visit of the Prime Minister, this particular visit to Madurai and to the historic temple, what is the significance, and do you think what is the message that the Prime Minister is trying to send here?
Amanji, one thing important, Aman, it has given a political color. The DMK government, which did not implement the High Court order or the Supreme Court order, Prime Minister thought that he has to go there and worship that Lord, Murugan. Therefore, it's a significance. It is politically important. With the backdrop of Congress not getting closer to DMK, now Prime Minister has gone to Tamil Nadu 2 times. He went with EPS. So there is even for the perspective view, DMK is not aligning with Congress, but ADMK has dealt with ADMK and BJP. 2 times in Madurai and in Thirupanakundram, Prime Minister visited. And moreover, Aman, for the first time, Murugan Temple, Vetrivel Veeravel, that is what the chanting of slokas, mantras, etc. And it's a very old temple, 1000-year-old temple. You can see the architecture of that. When Prime Minister laid, Sastang Namaskar kiya hai, that has been welcomed by everyone. Even in sitting in Tamil Nadu, DMK did not greet during the Deepavali or Vinayak Chaturthi or Kali Puja, etc., Navaratri. They don't have any, account about that. They are anti-Hindu. That is a feeling BJP is generating. To ensure Prime Minister's visit to Thirupanakundram politically significant, I am very sure around the Thirupanakundram, at least 5 to 6 assembly constituencies will have a major effect.
And Mr. Rajagopalan, also as you said, PM ne Shashtang Namaskar kiya hai. He has made it a point to visit the Murugan temple for the first time. And the chants there from the BJP worker is that the Deepam must be lit at the Deepotham. Do you think this is a sentiment that will travel far and wide now, because the Prime Minister effectively is throwing his weight behind these voices which say that the DMK government has violated court orders and not allowed people to exercise their religious right in a way?
Yeah, even the local Muslims, Aman Sharma, even the local Muslims in Thirupanakundram never wanted a division or a cleavage or a jagada between them. But the DMK intentionally, the local MP, went and had mutton, biryani eating, thrown that mutton to the birds and dogs, etc. Thereby he created it. They wanted to create a Hindu division building, but very cleverly the Hindu Munnani in Tamil Nadu, the outfit of RSS, they have created this, and they went up to the Supreme Court, got the justice. Even the judge was to be impeached. Can you believe? When you impeach a judge in the parliament, now Prime Minister is going to that particular temple where the justice was to be given. Prime Minister himself has come. Apart from that, Amman, from Madurai, from Thirupanakundram, it is only 500 kilometers where the Jaffna is there, Sri Lanka. Where even in Sri Lankan temples also, Narendra Modi is the first Prime Minister to visit Murugan Temple, Kadir Kamar in Jaffna in Sri Lanka. So therefore, Prime Minister attaches significance. Even if he went to Dubai or UAE or Abu Dhabi, he goes to the Akshardham Temple. The BJP is a political party which gives importance to the temple visit. Be it Amit Shah, be it Nadda, be it Nitin Nabin. They are all going to the temples nearby. Whichever state, whichever the country, whichever the location they went. Similarly, Prime Minister has ensured. See the attire. He sees Sastang Namaskar in a dhoti, in a lungi type, in a vesti type. So it's very significant. He looks like a typical Tamilian. The entire Tamil Nadu, especially from the Madurai and Thirupanakundram area, as I told you, 5 to 6 constituencies will have definitely a BJP ADMK boost up. Apart from that, Aman, from the political point of view, Congress, the DMK talks have been not successful. It is failing many times. So far, Mr. Rahul Gandhi did not have a telephone conversation even with Mr. M.K. Stalin. That is the way in which now Edappadi Palaniswamy and Prime Minister Narendra Modi are going to share that dais in another half an hour's time. He's going to make a political speech there.
All right, Mr. Raju.